Good afternoon. Welcome to today's webinar, Discover the Treasures of Tampa Bay. My name is Paloma Villaverde Rico, and I am the Editor-in-Chief of Recommend Magazine and moderator of this webinar, which has been made possible by Visit Tampa Bay. Our speaker today is Ashley Fernandez, the Leisure Sales Manager for Visit Tampa Bay, the Convention and Visitors Bureau for Hillsborough County, Florida. A native of Tampa, Ashley has a strong knowledge of all the treasures in the city. Before working in the leisure department at Visit Tampa Bay, Ashley spent 2 years in the services department coordinating events and welcoming convention travelers to the destination. For today's webinar, Ashley will be speaking about the treasures that await your clients in Tampa Bay. The destination is home to first-class hotels, a vibrant waterfront district, culturally engaging venues and museums, a distinct heritage, authentic culture, thrilling attractions, delicious cuisine, and premier shopping. And getting to the destination is easy via the award-winning Tampa International Airport or its first-class cruise port. Before we begin, a few housekeeping items. During the presentation, feel free to enter your questions in the question box. We'll gather them together and hold a Q&A session at the end of the presentation. If your questions have not been answered, we will be providing our speakers with all the questions so they can respond offline. And don't worry, if you miss something, this webinar is being recorded and you will receive a link via email to access the recording at your leisure. For those who attend the entire presentation, one attendee will win a 3-night stay in a premium hotel for 2 persons with attraction tickets to Zoo Tampa, Florida Aquarium, and Busch Gardens. We'll be announcing the winner at the end of the presentation, and all attendees will earn 2 CEU credits. So sit back and get comfortable. The webinar is about to begin. Ashley, take it away.
Thanks, Paloma. Good afternoon, everyone. Greetings from Tampa Bay. I am here at the Tampa Bay offices and so appreciative that you're taking some time out of your busy schedules to learn more about our fabulous destination. I'd like to start off the presentation showing you a map of where we are in the state of Florida. Tampa is located on the west coast of the state. We're only an hour away from Orlando and about 3 hours from Fort Lauderdale, 4 hours from Miami. To zoom in on this map to see more of Tampa, you can see we are located also next to Clearwater in St. Petersburg, both fabulous beaches. On this map, you can see different blue circles that designate different areas in Tampa: North Tampa, Ybor City, downtown, Tampa International Airport, and the West Shore Shopping District, along with Brandon. So we'll be dialing into these areas here shortly. But I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you about our wonderful beaches right across the bay in St. Petersburg and in Clearwater, along with Siesta Key in Sarasota, which is a little bit south of Tampa, only 30 to 40 minutes. So we are surrounded by fabulous beaches. People do fly into Tampa to come to the beaches. We are more than a beach on the Tampa side, but we'd be remiss if we didn't tell you about our friends at the beaches. So how are you going to get to Tampa? This is a picture of our fabulous airport, and it's one of the fastest wait times in the U.S. and is also really high on customer satisfaction surveys. I believe we're number 3 in the States. Our airport's currently in the 2nd stage of renovation. They're doing over a $4 billion renovation, which is complete here. You'll see our rental cub area, which is where you can jump on, drop off your suitcase, and then go over to the airport. So these are some of our flights that you'll see. These are our new direct flights. We fly direct to a bazillion different areas you can see on the screen, 438 daily departures, total daily departures, and 219 average. 17 international flights, so we have a lot of places you can go in and out of Tampa Bay. We'll start off talking about where your guests can stay when they come into Tampa. We have over 300 hotel properties in the county. We service many of Marriott and Starwood. It's a large presence here in Tampa. These are a few of our major hotels that are a bit different than some if you haven't heard of them before. We have the AC Hotel, which just opened up in West Shore, right next to the airport this year. It has a nice, clean vibe. The Epicurean Hotel, which is a Marriott signature property, autograph collection. We were very excited to get this a few years ago. You'll hear me talking shortly about our Epicurean scene here in Tampa. We love our food. Bottom left is the Aloft. It's good for millennials, new age, right on the Riverwalk in Tampa Bay, in downtown, and to the right is Le Méridien. It is a European brand hotel under the Marriott flagship. And a cool thing about the Méridien in downtown Tampa is you can get free entry into Art Museum, the Tampa Bay Museum of Art, along with the Tampa Bay Museum of Photographic Art for your guests. So those are 2 freebies when you're staying at that property. Lots of great hotels. We are doing a giveaway today from the Tampa Marriott Waterside, so stick around for the full length and hopefully you'll be the lucky winner that gets to come and actually experience Tampa. But what are we known for? Tampa has a ton of attractions. Our biggest theme park and our only theme park in Tampa is Busch Gardens. It's an amusement park with lots of roller coasters. I like to say it's great for folks that maybe don't like rides too, because we have phenomenal shows and lots of animal attractions. So in 2015, we had Falcon's Fury open up, which is a drop tower. What you see right here is Cobra's Curse, which opened in 2016. And Busch Gardens has a ton of annual events throughout the year, including Summer Nights, which is currently happening this summer. The park is open until 10 o'clock at night, every night. Hollow Scream, for those of you that like scary things, that's a little bit too scary for me, but we have a ton of tourists that come in that love to scream their butts off. And then our Food and Wine Festival in the spring. So there's a ton of other fun things to do, but that's a little bit about Busch Gardens. Right across the street from Busch Gardens is Adventure Island. And Adventure Island is a water park with SeaWorld Parks and Entertainment. And this is a seasonal operation. So it is open in the spring and summer. Great to beat the Florida heat. And these parks are great because they're right next door to each other. You'll see pictured Colossal Curl, which is a new ride, and then also Vanish Point, which just opened this spring. So we're really excited to have those 2 new attractions. And if you have guests that are in Orlando or other areas of Florida, because it's under the SeaWorld flagship, a lot of times you can partner that ticket with Busch Gardens, Adventure Island, along with SeaWorld tickets and or Discovery Cove. So keep that in mind. We also have the Florida Aquarium, and it is one of the top U.S. aquariums. We're so fortunate to have it here in our own backyard. You can find over 500 different species of fish, like many aquariums, and they have a huge lemur exhibit along with a 4D theater. So you can go inside and watch different movies and really that come to life for you to experience, along with also a 1-hour dolphin cruise. You can go out into the bay with a park or aquarium admission and go out into the Tampa Bay waters to see dolphins. It is amazing. The aquarium also has a massive splash pad for kids. If you're like me, I don't have kids, but I have friends that do, or families that are coming into town. The kids can go out and play in their swimsuits, get splashed by the water, and then the parents can lay out, enjoy a great tan while watching their kids play, and maybe even enjoy a cocktail. So it's a lot of fun. We also have Tampa's Lowry Park Zoo, which just got rebranded. You can see up at the top is now called Zoo Tampa at Lowry Park. So if you visited the area before, it is the same zoo, but lots of new and great things that are happening there. They just opened a new water ride called Roaring Springs this past month, and it just celebrated its 25th anniversary. So we're very fortunate to have the zoo here. They have a ton of one-on-one animal interactions, which is great for families and kids to experience and enjoy. What you're seeing in these photos do happen. You can come into the zoo, say you want to feed a giraffe, and actually do it, or go feed a rhino, or touch a tortoise. And for those aspiring veterinarians or animal lovers, it's something one of a kind. You can get, it's just an amazing experience to be that close to an animal. So moving along, we have Mosey, which is the Museum of Science and Industry. This is a science museum and is great for kids. Lots of hands-on exhibits, as well as an outdoor ropes course, which you'll see pictured. It's perfect for families and groups in team building activities. So if you have large groups, this might be a great attraction as well. So we have a lot of attractions, like I just told you about, and you can enjoy all of them here in Tampa with City Pass. You may be familiar with City Pass. It's located in 12 different cities across the U.S. We're very fortunate here to have it in Tampa, and it includes the attractions I just told you about, along with the Clearwater Marine Aquarium, which is where the Dolphin Tale movies were filmed, and you can also get the option of going to the Chihuly collection, which is in St. Pete. So instead of me continuing talking, I will let you watch this video. It's a really good one, but gives you a great overview of how you can purchase this for your guests.
Go wild. Get out of your element. And find adventure around every turn. Get to the most iconic spots and every colorful attraction down in Tampa Bay. Enjoy it all at a huge savings. City Pass makes it easy. You'll experience the best this area has to offer. Handpicked for you. Without the work, the wait, or the big price tag. You're free to explore, so take it all in. Whether you're looking for stories to tell, moments to share, or memories you'll never forget, City Pass makes sure you'll take something special home with you.
All right, wasn't that a good video? So this ticket is good for 9 days, and it is $107 for adults and $97 for kids. I tell people all the time, this is a perfect opportunity for people who may not know what they want to do when they come to Tampa, or maybe are tacking it on to a pre or post cruise. They could do that since they have the 9 days, and most of our cruises are 4 or 5 days. Or if they're thinking about going to Orlando or the beaches, they can use this pass pre and post as well. So really good opportunity, and with the cost being so low, we do have lots of great friends in Orlando, but a park ticket over there could cost you over $100 by itself, whereas in Tampa you can get the City Pass for $100 and go to 5 great attractions. So really good opportunity there. For folks that have younger children and maybe not as much time in Tampa, or aren't interested in going to some of the bigger attractions like Busch Gardens, the Tampa Value ticket is a really good option. This is a $53 ticket, which is a 30% savings, and the ticket's good for 7 days. And you can go to the Florida Aquarium, the Museum of Science and Industry, and Zoo Tampa at Lowry Park. So once again, it's a ticket good for 7 days, $53 for adults, and $40 for kids. All right, so moving right along, we are in Ybor City. Ybor City is a big attraction here in Tampa. Folks come from all over the world into this part. It really is what separates Tampa from any other place in the world. It used to be the cigar capital of the world, and you can still go today into lots of the shops and restaurants and see, like a gentleman here, people hand rolling cigars. So it's a really nice opportunity to experience that, whether you're a cigar lover or not. Ybor City, it is where the Cuban sandwich was invented. So you may have had a Cuban sandwich or heard Miami might have started it, but Vincent de Ybor came to this area back in early 1800s. And when he came here, he started the cigar factory business and really allowed people to come and build a life for themselves in the area. We had folks from all over Italy, Spain, all parts of Europe, Germany, and also from Cuba, and different pieces of the sandwich, including like German mustard or Spanish pork. We have ham. It all comes together to form this amazing sandwich called the Cuban sandwich. So lots of great restaurants, like I did mention. The Columbia restaurant is one you can get a Cuban sandwich in, or other great foods. It is the oldest restaurant in Florida and is the largest Spanish restaurant in the world. This is a really great opportunity for your folks to see the Spanish culture and cuisine. They do nightly flamenco shows. So it is a $8 upcharge from the regular meal, but a one-of-a-kind experience. So something you would really want to do. And these chickens on the right, you might be wondering what the heck it's doing there. We have these chickens as locals. They've been around since Ybor City opened, and we're very fortunate to have them here with us. So be on the lookout to see if you see one. And Tampa has a lot of great places. Another good overview of the city by day and by night. Ybor City during the day is very eclectic, and at night you can find a bar for everyone. So it's a great hop, skip, and a jump into the downtown area, which you do see pictured here of the skyline and the river walk. So right outside of Ybor City, we have the Tampa Bay Cruise Port, and the cruise port is booming. We have many guests coming into the area for cruises between 4 and 14 days. Here's a good picture for you to see of all the different cruise lines. We have Carnival, Norwegian, Holland America, and Royal Caribbean. They all service the port. Carnival just started this past year. We have 2 ports service here year-round, which is awesome. And both Carnival and Royal Caribbean are offering cruises to Cuba. So if your guest is interested in doing that, Tampa is a very easy port for many reasons. Like I said earlier, our airport is one of a kind, fastest TSA wait times. So for folks that may be thinking about going out of Fort Lauderdale or Miami, Tampa is a quick opportunity and a very easy opportunity to go through. The airport's only 15 minutes away from the cruise port. We have a ton of hotels that offer play and stay packages where you can fly in, they'll pick you up, drive you to the cruise port, take you back. Folks that are driving in, you can park free at a lot of the hotels if you stay a night during the length of your cruising experience. But something to really think about, all of our cruise ships are 2,500 guests and under. So if you have a first-time cruiser, someone that may not be a little weary about going on a cruise, Tampa is a great first-time cruisers experience since the ships are a lot smaller. And you can get to the cruise ship via our Tico Line streetcar system, which you see pictured up here on top. This is a streetcar rail line that goes a couple miles long, and it takes visitors and locals alike to and from downtown, the cruise ship terminal, and also to Ybor City. It ends in Ybor City. And we just got a grant this week. We found out it's now going to be free starting in August. So a really great transportation opportunity for your guests that are coming into town to get around the area while they're here. On the bottom right, you'll see our downtowner. You will love this if you're familiar with Uber. Our downtowner is a free ride sharing service. All you do is download the app. You don't have to put in any credit card information. Tell them where in downtown you are and where in downtown you would like to go. They will pick you and up to 4 of your favorite friends or family up and deliver you safely to your next destination. So my friends and I love to do this as locals. I'll be at a restaurant downtown and I would like them to take us over to see the Lightning play at Amalie Arena. Really easy and convenient option. And then on the left, you'll see our Coast Bike Share program. Many big cities have a bike sharing program, and Tampa does as well. You pay by the hour to rent the bikes, and they only charge you the time you're riding. So it's great when you want to ride and then go to a restaurant, eat, pick it back up, and continue on to your next destination. So we'll watch another video real quickly here to show you how to get around. some information about all the different transportation in and around downtown. We also have pictured here a picture of our Riverwalk. So the Riverwalk was put into Tampa Bay about 3-4 years ago. It's been a long process over a couple decades, but it's finally complete, which we're pumped about. And it is 2.4 miles long. So it really connects the downtown corridor to the water. Now locals and visitors alike can get around downtown and just a scenic view, whether they want to be working out hardcore or if you're like me, a leisurely stroll. It's very nice and something to do. We'll tell you about a couple other places around the Riverwalk. You see here the Strass Center for the Performing Arts. It's the largest performing arts center south of the Kennedy Center in DC. So we love all of our arts and culture here in Tampa. We have a history center downtown along with an art museum and photography museum. The Strass Center has many different shows. They're right off Broadway. They come through here this year. We do have Hamilton, so good luck trying to get a ticket though. I hear they're hard to come by, but lots of great performances at the Strass Center. Then you could walk around downtown or you could paddleboard your way off somewhere else. As you can see pictured here, lots of people paddleboard, kayak. We have electric boats that are little boats that move around like golf carts that visitors can use and enjoy. You rent them by the hour and you can see all the city views. Go at your own leisure. But if you're a thrill seeker, we also have little miniature speedboats as well, and those go up to 20 miles an hour. All the things on the waterfront, you don't have to have a boater's license for. It's right here on the bay. It's really just a great opportunity to get out and visit the water. On the top here, you see the Pirate Water Taxi. We're very proud of this Pirate Water Taxi. It has 15 stops along the riverfront, and it will take folks, pick them up, drop them off, anywhere you could think of. So you want to go to the museums, you can do that. If you want to go out to dinner, they'll pick you up and take you there. Not only do they get you from point A to point B, they also tell you lots of different history about the water, so and about the area of town that you're in. So it is a great sightseeing tour as well. People that come here use it for many different things. Some just want to sit and listen to the tour guides. Other people are trying to get places, so they just use it as a form of transportation. But if you have a guest who's also interested in something that's not in downtown on the water, but really want to get out into the lakes and rivers here in Tampa, you can do that too. You do see the kayakers up here, different type of marine life in these waters. We do have manatees you'll see in downtown and dolphins, of course. It's where the freshwater meets the saltwater. However, all of our lakes are freshwater, so you can see gators, birds, different fish, a very big eclectic mix, but a lot of folks really come down to Florida in our spring months to see the manatees. That it's an amazing experience. I've lived here a majority of my life, and I still am in awe when you can be out there on the water and see, we call them the sea cows of the water, but a huge giant manatee just floating on by. So it is an amazing experience. Another thing you can do on the water is enjoy a fancy night out with your significant other or family. These are pictures of the yacht Starship. They're located in downtown. It's a 5-star, 5-diamond rating by AAA. It was the first fleet to do so. These are wonderful meals prepared on board in their kitchens. Folks can eat a glorious meal and then go up to the top level and dance with the DJ, rock the night away. They do have seasonal events throughout the year, great for different parties. And in the summertime, they have Rock the Yacht, which is where they bring a whole bunch of bands on board and folks can sing, dance, just have a good time. So that's a little bit about the Riverwalk. We'll show you another video. I hope you all are enjoying these videos. I know our marketing team works hard to put them together, and I think they're pretty cool. All right, so those last couple images you saw there, that one building that was all lit up was our Tampa Museum of Art. You saw lots of great parks and also a few restaurants in there, which brings me to my next point. We will move right along to our food here in Tampa Bay. Tampa is really booming in the food scene. Like I mentioned earlier, we have the Epicurean Hotel, which is a total food hotel that started off because of Bern's Steakhouse, which is a world-renowned steakhouse here in Tampa Bay. And we have just a plethora of different places to eat and dine. I'm so happy we're having this meeting during lunch, or hopefully after lunch you've already eaten, because this stuff makes my mouth water. But you can see a couple great pictures, Spanish paella up on the top left. And you can see underneath that, that's a restaurant called Oxford Exchange, located downtown. It's like you've been in Europe. Just the decor and ambiance in there is amazing, along with the food. To the right, you see a picture of people enjoying a few beers. That's out at the Sail Pavilion, right outside our convention center along the Riverwalk. And that's where a lot of the water activation happens as well. A fun thing to note about the Sail, it's the #1 dog bar in the States. So if you or your guests have a furry friend, bring them down here to the Sail to enjoy a good cocktail or some food. We have 2 new food halls that opened up in Tampa these past 2 years. So the top is the Hall on Franklin. It opened up last year in 2017. And then the bottom is Armature Works, which opened up just now here a few months ago in 2018. We're so proud to have these glorious destinations, or these locations in Tampa, really just different dining opportunities for locals. I know I would always travel to different cities and go into a food hall, and the experience of being able to dine and eat what you want, while your friends and family can go and dine and eat what they want. And just the different places and different foods you can get there, I thought was really amazing, and we're fortunate now to have it here in Tampa. So if you have any diners, they can eat their way through the city. We have lots of different food tours and stuff that they can take, along with our craft beer. What pairs better with some food, right? So we have not only an amazing craft beer scene, over 40 breweries between us and St. Pete Clearwater. So in the Tampa Bay Pass, we have October is our Crafttober month. You can experience a bazillion different craft breweries, get the craft buzz on. But we also have craft cocktails, and that's something I think Tampa's kind of on the forefront with from a lot of other destinations. We have signature drinks from all over. We have meaderies, distilleries, anything you name it. We really enjoy drinking local, and with the boom that's happening here in Tampa, it's a great way to do it, whether you're going on a bachelor party, bachelorette party, family reunion. We're a great destination for the food and drink scene. And one more video just to get you hungry. I already ate my lunch, but maybe eat it again.
A great dish is something that usually activates every one of the flavor receptors. We have sweet, salty, bitter, tart, and that unknown savory. Some people call it umami, but when you create a dish that makes you think about where you are, then you've really created something that people are going to remember.
duck, alligator, brown chuck, some cranberry beans native to Florida. We've really thought about what we wanted to do and what would be the best way to do it. We've made sure not to cut any corners.
15 years ago, you had to have chicken on the menu. Now you're actually seeing chefs in Tampa do their food, doing their dishes. And over the last, couple of years, people, I think, are really starting to take pride in it and not afraid to speak about it. We got some pretty serious restaurants and some pretty serious cooks in Tampa.
All right, so who's ready to eat again? There is so much good food. All right, so now after the food, one thing, I believe Tampa, we do have something for everyone and any visitor at any time, day or night. One of the top attractions that is open 24/7 in Tampa is the Seminole Hard Rock. So if you are a gambler or may not like to gamble, but just like to go into casinos to look, there's a lot to look at. This casino is one to come to. It is the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. It is the 5th largest casino in the world in terms of gaming. So if you like to game, there's plenty of it here. But if you may not be a gamer and just really like Hard Rocks in general and, experiencing that food and cuisine, it is the largest music memorabilia collection in the U.S. You can see guitars from Leonard Skinner, all sorts of great things in the Hard Rock Cafe and around the full casino. It is a true collection of just all the wonderful music memorabilia, along with some great concerts. So in Tampa, we have lots of festivals and events. What you see here is some events from Gasparilla season. If you aren't familiar with Tampa Bay and Gasparilla and our pirate obsession, let me be the first to tell you, we do love pirates. Back in the day, pirates came and invaded the city. Most cities, you would think, would say, okay, go away. However, Tampa embraced them and we invite them back every year. So we have over 8 weeks of fun with these pirate friends of ours with a festival called Gasparilla. So it kicks off with a kids parade in January. It's called the Kids Parade, right? Great name. And it's the 3rd largest kids parade in this, or the largest kids parade in the state. And then a week later, we have the main day parade in Bayshore Boulevard in downtown. And that is for all the adults, and that is the 3rd largest parade in the States, right behind the Rose Bowl and the Macy's Day. So it's a great time of year in January when the weather's feeling good. And then there's an evening parade in Ybor City. I like to say it's for a bit raunchier crowd, along with now a film festival, a Gasparilla Art Festival, the Music Festival. We have all different festivals and events throughout these 8 weeks. If you're a runner and like to run, there's every race under the sun for you with the Gasparilla races as well. But just a really fun time of year. This is a big time when we have all the snowbirds in town, but the main day parade gets over 300,000 people just lining the streets for this parade. We like to act like pirates, drink like pirates, talk like pirates, and play like pirates. So enough about Gasparilla. We'll move through to our shopping experiences in Tampa. We have two great malls less than a mile apart from each other in West Shore, in West Shore area, right next to our airport. And at the bottom, you'll see the Tampa Premium Outlets, which opened up a few years ago. So for the outlet mall lovers, we have one here. You don't have to look any further. So our sports teams in Tampa are thriving. We have every major sport but basketball. You can get that in Orlando. But from top left, we have the Buccaneers, which is our football team, and they play in Raymond James Stadium. And they even have their own pirate ship there, too. So you'll see us a lot when you come to Tampa, the whole pirate theme. But spectators can jump on board the ship pre and post games. In the middle, we have a picture of the Super Bowl trophy because Tampa will be hosting that in 2021. So for all of you sports fans or clients that may be sports fans, a great time of year to come down and watch the two best teams in the league play. We have the Rowdies in St. Pete, which is our soccer team, the Tampa Bay Rowdies, and bottom left, the Tampa Bay Rays. The Rays are actually located in St. Pete for now, but you can go watch their games over there. And then we also have a hockey team. You may have heard of them. They are the Tampa Bay Lightning. We love hockey here in Tampa. It's such a juxtaposition with, you know, the super hot weather that we have, but it's a great indoor sport that Tampa fans go crazy. We like to say that we are the Thunder and they are the Lightning. So we just got done hosting the All-Star tournament for 2018. It was a great time in January. And for all of you baseball fans, we also are home to the spring training for the New York Yankees. So we have a lot of Northerners come down during spring training ball. This is a picture of Steinbrenner Stadium. We have over 9 spring training teams in the Tampa area. They include the Phillies, the Blue Jays, the Pirates, and a whole lot more. So for those niche sport travelers, this is a really good location for them to come to. So I really appreciate you guys coming and being here for our event. We will have a final wrap-up video so you can see the whole area of Tampa. I know I've done a lot of talking and it's a lot to take in, but we'll wrap up with one more quick video for you. All right, so we always tell visitors to unlock the destination, which is why we say we give you the key to find all the treasures of Tampa Bay. And that was just a good recap video to kind of show you everything. Hopefully you saw images that we've already talked about. You could point out our visitor center is located in downtown Tampa. Then we have this great icon, which you can see here pictured on your screen. Hopefully it's a little faint. It's actually, it looks like a skull and crossbones, but it is a key and keyhole for our visitors. You can come or have your clients come and take a picture next to it and visit the visitor center. But I hope after this session, you're ready or feel a bit more prepared to sell Tampa. But know that the conversation isn't over. If you guys ever need anything, feel free to contact me or anyone else on our team. We're here for you. We want to help make your job easier. So please use us as a resource. A reminder of the website, of course, www.visitTampaBay, where you can find photos, videos, itinerary ideas, and so much more to help you send to your clients. We have online collateral, just different pieces of information for them to use when in their planning process. So thank you again for being here. For those of you that are still here, stay around because Paloma's going to be giving out the prize here shortly. But thanks again, and Paloma, back to you.
Thank you, Ashley. That was a great presentation. Tampa really is a beautiful city. I just visited 2 months ago with my family, and we had an amazing time. It's very, very unique, very different.
Awesome.
So I recommend travel agents book their clients to this city because it's very, very unique Florida destination. And on that note, we actually have a whole bunch of questions that have been pouring in. I did want to remind all the attendees that you will be receiving a link to this webinar. So if you might have missed something and something that's not going to be answered in the questions that we will be taking, you will be able to see this webinar again. But Ashley, I will start with the first question, and that is from Janice, and she is asking if you could please explain the dolphin cruise with the aquarium admission.
Yes, of course. Great question, Janice. Thanks for asking. So for the guests that want to come to the aquarium, they can go into the aquarium. The dolphin cruise is an additional fee. I believe it's $15. Don't quote me on that, but it is very economical. And what it is, it's an hour-length tour of the bay waters in Tampa Bay. So you have a captain on a boat with about, the boat can hold about 100 people. And it's indoor, outdoor, wheelchair accessible, and handicap accessible. So it will take you around the bay. You'll learn the history of the bay, and of course, you want to see those dolphins. So they like to say it's the 97% pass rate of the dolphin sightings, you know. But it's always a great day on the bay. They offer them a couple times throughout the day, each and every day at the aquarium, with climate, you know, making sure that the weather is all right. But it is a phenomenal cruise and something easy and economical to do when you're at the Florida Aquarium. And one more thing real quick about the Florida Aquarium I forgot to mention. It's located right next to our cruise port. So for those folks that are cruising, you can store your luggage with an aquarium admission there at the aquarium for free. So if your guest arrived early or wants to depart late from the cruise ship terminal, that's a really great attraction to go and visit because you can leave your, not only because of all the great things there, but you can also leave your luggage there at the aquarium for them to hold on to while you're away.
Okay, thank you, Ashley. The next question comes from Amy, and she wants to know where you can buy the City Pass and how far you need to buy it in advance.
Sure, great question again. Thanks, Amy. So you can purchase the City Pass in a lot of different places. You can purchase it online at citypass.com, at the Visit Tampa Bay website, at the Visit Tampa Bay Visitor Center, or at any of the attractions. So if you are helping out your client, you can purchase them in advance. There isn't a deadline to use them. They actually start the 9 days the first time a ticket is redeemed. So if you want to purchase a few months in advance, you can do that. If your client may be a little bit hesitant, doesn't know if they want to do it, or maybe forget to buy it until they're in market and they're in Tampa, they can do it at any of the attractions themselves. So say they weren't sure if they wanted to buy it right now, but they get down to Tampa, they're going to go to Busch Gardens. They think, hey, I remember my agent telling me I can go to all these other places for free. They can purchase a city pass at Busch Gardens or any of the other attractions.
Okay, cool. That's actually a great amenity to have when you visit a destination. To be able to have that, that's a plus, definitely. Edna is asking about safety in Tampa. For instance, is Ybor City okay to walk around at night?
Yes, great question, Edna. It is very safe in Ybor City. We, like I said, Ybor City is the cigar capital of the world. They do have a lot of bars, but also some great high-end restaurants. It is safe day or night for visitors. We say, you know, to any visitor, no matter where you're traveling, whether it be Tampa or any other destination, you know, you want to be safe and cautious wherever you're going. Make sure your whereabouts, so you have them and they're around you. One thing that Tampa offers that I think is very unique to our destination is we have a street team. It's from our downtown partnership. It's a free service provided by the downtown businesses here. They offer guides that are downtown. They're dressed in yellow. They look like safari people, or people that are going on a safari with these big hats and yellow tops that they're readily and easily available to see in and around downtown. They offer not only cleanup with the green team, keeping the greens and everything very nice, but also the street team, and their whole purpose is to see something, say something, as well as help visitors and locals alike get to and from different places in and around the downtown area.
Okay, yeah, and Edna also, I walked around with Edna and Ashley, I walked around with my family at night and we felt perfectly safe. Like I never thought anything odd was going to happen. So yes, it's a very safe city. And I come from Miami, which is sometimes not as safe, but it is. Anyway.
Every destination, you know, yes.
Yeah, you just got to be careful, you know, wherever you are. But yeah, Ybor City was very safe. So Angie's asking what restaurant had the flamenco show that had $8 that you had to pay?
Yes, the flamenco show is in Ybor City at the Columbia restaurant. It is a fifth generation family owned and operated restaurant, and it's located in Ybor City. Is the main restaurant that was opened in 1905. However, you may have heard of the Columbia restaurant with other people. I mean, it's a staple to Tampa. If you say Tampa, they ask you the next question, did you go to the Columbia restaurant? So you want to be one of those people that say, yes, you did. But the main restaurant in Ybor City does have the flamenco show. So you just call in advance to make a reservation and tell them you would like to see the show. They have nightly shows 2 times a night and every night except for Sunday evening. So if you definitely want to see the show, make sure you go any of the other days for dinner. We also have a Columbia restaurant at the airport. So if you miss it, you know, going to the physical restaurant, you can do it at the airport. And then also in downtown Tampa on the Riverwalk at the History Center. There's one, a satellite restaurant in Sarasota and also St. Augustine, but the main one is in Ybor City with the flamenco shows.
And it's a beautiful restaurant, it really is. So Lisa is asking what was the name of the app, and I believe she's referring to the Downtowner, that you have to download the app.
That is correct. So it's very easy. You're thinking you're in downtown, you want to take the Downtowner. So it's Downtown ER. And like I said, it is a free service for visitors and locals. Keep in mind, lunchtime gets a little bit busy. There are, I believe, 12, 14, the fleet's always growing, but there are little electric cars take you from point A to point B. So it's really great service to have here to offer to folks. And you'll feel like an insider too.
Sorry to interrupt. And Martha's asking about another transportation mode, and that is she wants to know where the water taxi starts and where it ends and what the cost is for the water taxi.
Yes. So the water taxi is called the Pirate Water Taxi. You can look it up online. It's also in the presentation. It picks up and drops off in the downtown corridor. So there are 15 different stops ranging from Waterworks Park all the way down to where the Yacht Starship picks up and drops off. So it's a full range, the Straw Center. There's also a hospital you can get to if you ever need to do that. A lot of people take it just to get to and from work. Davis Islands, which is more residential, also the Convention Center, the museums on the water, but there are 15 different stops, and the cost varies depending on time of day. You can buy a day pass or you can buy an evening pass. A lot of locals and visitors, maybe you don't have the day to be out on the water, but you want to experience it at night. There is another price ticket you can purchase in the evening after 5. So all the information is on the Pirate Taxi website.
Okay, and Warren is asking actually about FAM rates, if Tampa has anything for travel agents in terms of FAM rates.
Sure. So a lot of times what we do is we have different FAMs throughout the year. We do open it up to majority of times international. We have a lot of domestic. We love all the domestic business we get and are appreciative of all of the agents that are on today and that help us sell the destination. If Warren is here today, I will look his name up later on, and hopefully he can also shoot me an email. But just to let you know of the different opportunities that are made available, we typically rely and send it back to the hoteliers and attractions themselves, depending on the rates. They vary so often, we just refer the attractions or hotels themselves to keep it more streamlined than trying to do it all in-house.
Okay, great. And Jennifer is asking if there are any hotels within walking distance of Busch Gardens.
Yes, there are a ton. There is one right across the street from Busch Gardens called the Hampton Inn and Suites. It's actually the newest property in that area. It is directly across the street, but there are many hotels in that area that can service you or your clients. The Busch Gardens area is really good for student group tours, lots of bus parking. Majority of the hotels all over Tampa have great bus parking, but lots of space. But as far as walkability to and from, that one I know we just cited it a couple days ago, but the Hampton Inn and Suites across the street from Busch Gardens. There's also Hyatt Place, lots of properties. And if you shoot me an email, I can also send the list to you as well.
And so that's all the time we have for the questions. We will be sending all the questions to Ashley, and she will be responding and reaching out to you. And obviously you have the contact information. And again, the link is going to be sent to you. So anything you might have missed in the webinar, you will be able to view that webinar again. So we're ready to announce the winner of the 3-night stay in Tampa. The hotel is the Tampa Marriott Waterside Hotel. The winner will be able to go with a guest and get attraction tickets to Zoo Tampa, Florida Aquarium, and Busch Gardens. And the winner is Allison Sicard. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, Sicard, S-I-C-A-R-D. And that's it. That's all the time we have for the Tampa Bay webinar. Thank you so much, everyone, for attending the webinar. And thank you, Ashley, for a great presentation. It was very detailed, very informative. Have a lovely rest of the afternoon. And please don't forget to fill out the short survey once the webinar closes. Thank you very much. Have a great one.
Thank you.